welcome back to our game. So this episode I have planned a few things. Primarily we will be dealing with passenger transportation. So I've been thinking that I would like to create an electric tramway in Villmarkt. So let me just check the availability of things. I think they are classified as something else, I'm not sure. I checked the availability of trams. So let's just be surprised here. We'll build a tramway here in Villmarkt because I think the city is growing and it requires one. But the thing that I want to do before it grows a bit too large is actually work on passenger transportation, because I think that will be a definite issue for the future. And yeah, we can already see that it's unfortunately growing here with this church, which we cannot remove, I think. Can we remove churches? Yeah, we can. So the authorities refuse to allow me to do that. So before it actually grows into the wrong direction, we will actually quickly purchase this land, because we will definitely want to have this land for future expansion of our train station. This is going to be prime real estate. And the sports stadium also has to go. The city authorities clearly didn't communicate with us on this one, because otherwise we could have told them that that's not going to happen. And this all likewise will be all mine. So yeah. And yeah, what is going to be the passenger train station? I'm thinking it might make sense to put it somewhere here on top. I think that's probably the best place to locate one. So I will probably just do that. I think it's fine. I think a central station doesn't necessarily need to be central, so long as it's well connected with the remaining infrastructure around the city. So let's just do that. We are very much on bad terms with them right now, but the well-known trick here, of course, is to just create forests, because cities love forests. If you're planting a forest, they will like you. So let's just see. Did they like me enough now? Seems like it. So we will be quickly destroying a few roads here that they're having, because it makes sense that we put it right here at this end line. Maybe it makes sense to put one road here. Yeah, what's one road? Let's just create a road here like that. That'll be like the northern edge of the city, and then we're already going to purchase a train station for it, just as a future expansion opportunity. And right now I'm using this station. We will have a little bit of time to make things pretty. I guess we probably might use a different station just for city passenger train station. I have like a few mods installed just to allow that. So let's take a look here. These Czech train station. Yeah, maybe something like that could work really well. Let's try that, like with the Czech train station. Let's see how this works out. I'm not really sure. Like, these are the platforms. These are not platform stations. These are like city tram-like stations a bit. Suburban stations. They also look pretty good. I think they're a little bit more easy to use. So let's maybe use those. So we're definitely going to build 2 platforms at the very least, probably in the future more, since this is kind of the main city. And they're going to be 5 length as usual. So we'll just place it something like right here. That's, I can't build a railway station here. Why is that? Actually, not sure. Why could I not place a railway station here? There's nothing here in the way, is there? If I place it a little bit north of that. Also no. Maybe place it back here or in front here. I'm actually slightly confused why I'm not allowed to place one here. Yeah. Is there any way to get like some sort of debug? Is it just related to that station? I don't think it is. Let's try this one. I think it might be related to that station. Yeah, it is. Alright, that's unfortunate. So let's try to use this station here. We'll make it pretty simple. This is a little bit of a oddly British style of train station, but that's okay. We'll just make some variant here that looks a little bit odd, but that's okay. So, how do we want to connect that? Just, it would be nice, of course, if you do like a little bit of passenger transportation as well in this episode. So we can definitely rename that one here to not be called Woods, but this is going to be the, let's call it just German here, Hauptbahnhof. Yes, this is going to be the central station. And before they get any more stupid ideas to place train or sports stadiums anywhere, we are going to make sure that we purchase the land that will be necessary for us to connect this to anything. I'm thinking probably we'll build bridges somewhere here, although that bridge would lead kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not so sure about that. So definitely gonna purchase the land here, and I think we're just gonna, for cost purposes, just connect those two stations up, because that's pretty much what you want to do, at least if you're building a railway system as you do in Germany, where passenger and rail freight transportation is on one line, which is not the best, of course, but probably that's how we're gonna build our system nonetheless. And we're going to pull that here like that. Then we have our train system connected, and that's pretty okay, I suppose. Now we could do a little bit of passenger transportation just to give it a use. So of course we could build a station down here, but I'm not sure if it's worth it to provide a small village which has grown from 70 to 120 with any transportation. The other alternative would be here, Saltvoren, which I think is a great opportunity. Unfortunately, it is very boxed in in all these fields, and there's also a food processing plant or dairy processing plant, so we could deliver milk here. Actually, also an easy money-making opportunity, since these farms provide milk, and you can just get food here from this station. So my thought would be that we put some station here, although I'm not sure yet where. I think the best opportunity might be the land that is developed here to the side, or undeveloped here to the side. Alternatively, there's a spot up here, but in both cases it's a little bit of a pain to get track going there. Or you just destroy this farm, which would be hugely expensive, and then place it right here. I think that is also a nice option, because it obviously is a good spot to connect to our existing line. So let me take a look at that and think about it for a second before making a decision. Alternatively, we could go here to Wittenbergen, which is very small, or we have also a railway that runs down here to Marktried an der Mur. That could also be an opportunity to do a quick connection service. Interesting. There's also here Blaustedt. That actually is a good opportunity to do a bus service, probably, because we're completely missing that right now. Interesting opportunities all around. So let's just do the bus service thing, because that's, I think, a no-brainer to just do that. And we are definitely a little bit on the money lacking side again. So that gets its bus station, and it gets a little depot, and you can see this little house has a little Swedish flag, so probably somebody moved here from Sweden. And we wanted to do passenger transportation, so I'm a little bit stupid because it's not sorted alphabetically here, and we are going to make a bus service just to run from Blaustedt to Villmarkt up der Mur, just to the center of the city, and we're going to clone that as well 3 times and timetable that. Now, of course, it would be nice as well to allow the passengers from that bus to go from Blaustedt to this little village down here, but in the current iteration they have to switch over here in Villmarkt. I think that's acceptable for now. So could be an opportunity if we ran like a bridge over here to do a railway connection over here into that area and put the train station up here, then have two parallel lines here. But yeah, I'm not really sold on this idea, to be honest. Just not convinced 100% of that. So I think for now, I don't really see a good opportunity to put railways anywhere. We could put it here, but the problem is the train can also not easily turn around. So let's take a quick look at this one. What's the problem? Right now the problem is probably they cannot turn around. No, the problem is that they reserve the path because I didn't put any signals here. So let's just put some signals here and get them unstuck, because it will reserve the path all the way back there, and then it will have a confusion because the path loops into itself. That's okay. Alright, so we have this resolved more or less. It will unfortunately... we'll have to get a bit more money here, definitely. I want to avoid running this game in full speed all the time, but it looks like we are still in the phase where money is a bit sparse and we have to make sure that we're getting some. So as I said, with the interest of making at least one passenger transportation, I think maybe... Oh, they built a nice bridge here. Take a look at this one. Marked Reed under Moor is expanding quite rapidly here with regards to that. So it might be an opportunity to just give them a railway station, a very quick one. So let's do that. So we're gonna do 2 and 5. Well, 2 is actually quite a lot for such a small town. And I'm not really sure like how to best position it, because right now they're really boxed in by this. Of course, the easy way would be just to put it like on the track, but then your passenger trains will stop here and then they still need a way to loop around. I think that might though be the easiest way to do it, so I might just go with that. Like, it's at least halfway realistic. Of course, it's a bit less effective for the future. You probably want to not do that on larger towns, but let's go with this here. So we're just placing a passenger station here, like in the middle of the path, and then the trains will stop. And yeah, we're gonna build them a shelter. I think that's nice to have at least a shelter here. And yeah, this set is a bit limited in regards to what it has, but let's give them a few benches here, which is also nice. So nice upgrade on that. And yeah, then we need to have a loop where we can actually go from one track to the other. Otherwise, the train has to go all the way down here to turn around in the middle of a iron ore mine, which is a little bit annoying, I think. So I'm thinking to just make a connection that goes from here and then has a bridge going over and then loops around from there. At least that's my quick idea. So let me just take a look here how the topography here is. I think it's fine to do it like that. And I will just quickly take a look at the transparency options. Let's check that out, and here we go. So we're now at an elevated level here, which is great. So we can just loop around like that, and I will flatten out the area here to allow us a little bit more easy access. I want to try to make it not such a tight curve so that the train doesn't have to be super slow to make this turn. My mouse got to my second monitor and it got stuck a little bit, so excuse that. So here we go, and we're gonna flatten that out and get the turn completed like that. Actually, it would be nice if it wrapped into here, but that's not quite possible. Let's just take a look here. So here we already have a small issue. We need to connect this. I think I might just do it like that. Connect this one here. I think that looks pretty decent. Of course, those turns are not the most effective. We could definitely make this faster turns and more effective in regards to trains not blocking each other. But this is the most simple way for us to do a turnaround loop, which doesn't look too bad, but doesn't look great either. So let's put a few signals down just to make this a little bit more effective. And we need more money as usual. We'll just run the game a tiny bit in fast mode for trains to get in and give us a bit of cash. And we're almost there. So now we can work again. And here we have to put the signals here like that. And yeah, we can just drag it from here. That should be fine. So the train can loop around here, all good. We'll just have to make a quick purchase of a passenger train, for which we do need a bit of money, so have to borrow a bit. We'll not make it a very long train, I believe, but has to be at least there. So it will be the Lion. We could purchase a lower one, but of course I want to make a good amount of money. So this will not be a 5-length train. I think that would be over the top. And the question is a bit whether we want to also want to transport some mail. I think in the beginning, for now, I will just not do that. So we will just make a very simple train here. And this will just go from the main train station in Villmarkt, and it will go here down to Markt Ried an der Mur. And it will just transport passengers, which does this train accept passengers? Yes, it does. It does not accept any mail right now. And in order to help this town out a little bit with its growth, because right now they're putting all their money into building bridges, which is yeah, a bit wasteful. Let's just, can I delete this? Okay, they're a little bit iffy with me because I deleted a few trees, and the town really loves trees, of course, as do all towns. We have to be mindful of that. We'll just give them a bit of opportunity to grow into it by providing a little bit of roads here for them to build houses on. And now we're going to follow our little train here. It's really cute and small. Right now it's stopping at the end of the station. I guess it could be made to be stopping in the middle, but that's okay. So right now there's no passengers. They will only generate once the train has been here for one time. So as we leave, we can see that the passengers are now slowly being generated. And the same with the lower part here. You can see that our little train goes down, takes a loop around. Then, yeah, it kind of stopped only for a second, I guess. There we go. Picked up the passengers. They're now sitting in there, and it's making its round. So it's a slow but steady little money maker. I think it will not be hugely profitable because the other town is very small, but giving the towns a few options to go onto the train just for the fun of it, why not? Now the second one that I want to quickly do is to build a tram network. I think that will be a quite exciting probability. So we will build this, and tram networks here you can just build them on top of roads. So we will run that essentially from the train station into the city center. I see that the road here is a bit differently than I thought. So we'll just connect that up and we run that. I cannot build it when the bus is here, I think, right? Oh no, it's already built. It's a bit badly visible here, to be honest, based on this thing. I can see just about the masts that put the thing in, the electricity. So let's just run this for a little bit, making us some money. And alright, now can try to get this done. Does it work? Yeah. Okay, we build it all the way here. Now we're building it here, just also connecting it up here. Having a few more options than you run actually in the end is not a big deal. It doesn't cost that much to have this system here, and then we just run it here. And that's probably the main part of what I want to run. Yeah, I probably will put like something back here as well later on. But for now, let's start very small. We'll put a passenger tram station here and we'll join it up with... Oh, sorry, I will actually put it here so that it's on the line. And now the authorities are a little bit mad with me because of the whole, whatever, tree type of issue. So right now, let's build them a little forest back here just to make them happy with me again. I think they should be much more appreciative of my efforts here. They're not, unfortunately. Now the question is actually, does this bus station also work as a tram station? I actually don't know. Let's just build a new one and join it here with the... Actually, let's try it out first before we build a new one. I don't actually know if it works or not. So we can do passenger trams or with horses. 15 passengers here, 20 passengers. So let's see, what would be the main criteria to decide this on? 20 kilometers per hour is crazy. So definitely 20. Then we have more reliability on the other one. And 15 versus 20 passengers. So let's take the 20 passengers. It's going to be a very crowded carriage if there's going to be 20 people squeezing in there. So we go from here to the city center here. And yeah, there is no tram station, so we actually need to build a separate station just for the tram. That's okay. So we're going to place that right here. Okay, there's a junction here, so let's put it here. And then let's go back to that and just stop here. So that's it, and we're gonna clone that 3 times. I can have a little bit of a roundabout way to do that here in the city. Automatically schedule them and put all that into action. Yeah, well, now we can see our little trams here making their rounds. They will space out a little bit in the future, just as this gets going. We're going to take passengers to the train station, from the train station, and all of this stuff. I have not enabled the... Actually, do I have it enabled that the passengers actually have destinations? So 4,000 people are sitting here wanting to go to this little town. 4,000 passengers want to go to this little town. That is insane. Okay, I have the destinations enabled. That jump times, it generates really random stuff, but 4,000 people want to come to this little resort town here to visit it. And these bus services must be booming. Yeah, 8,000 generates last year. So yeah, I see an opportunity that I will write that down. Building a train station in this little town so that people can come here by train. Definitely an option. But let's just say that's it for now. Thanks for taking a look at this again, and have a nice rest of your day. Bye bye.